excited to offer this to you today. Just something that kind of popped in my mind this morning, and so I decided to come online and just add this to my vlogs and into my sit downs with you. So I'm trying to get in a couple more sit downs just because I enjoy doing them, and also it's a way for me to share information that I cannot always include in my daily vlogs. Also, I am working to outline my yoga breakdown series over a course of the rest of the year, so I want to make sure that that is all put together before I start offering that again. I believe I'll start offering that back up in September, so definitely look forward to that. Those will be breaking down of a yoga pose about, I'll try to get to it like once a week, so I think those will probably post on either the Monday or the Thursday. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, so I thought this morning we could just hang out. It's morning for me right now, and just have a little coffee time together. So I have my coffee here. You always pause this video, get your coffee, your tea, your seltzer water, whatever you like to have in the morning, and then come back and join me. All right, so that was a little wild. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about is, a lot of times as a yoga teacher, I've been using a kind of a new theme in my classes, and it's meeting your body where it's at. I teach functional yoga and biomechanics. That's what my training is, and I continue to work as much as I can and to learn as much as I can about biomechanics, so that I can help students move their body in a pure range of motion, or in a range of motion that is appropriate for their body, so they're not stressed or straining or trying to get into poses that their body is not ready for. Sometimes their minds are also not ready for. So I try to incorporate that as much as I can in my practice, in my regular vinyasa practice, as well as a little bit in the prenatal practice as well, although that is treated a little bit differently when I teach prenatal. And so the theme of meeting your body where it's at is really important in that respect, because if you're meeting your body where it's at, you're not exceeding the limitations of your body, and hopefully that will encourage kind of more accepting of yourself and where you are at that moment. So this morning, or yesterday, I signed up for a yoga class that would start at 5:30 a.m. I did that because my husband had to leave by 7:15, and if I signed up for the 6:30, I wouldn't have been home in time for the kids. So I said, okay, I'll do a 5:30 a.m. class. I've dedicated myself to doing one, or at least 2 in-studio classes a week. It does help to inform my practice and my own teaching, so I really feel it's important to build that into my schedule, even if that means not teaching for a little bit, or having to adjust my teaching schedule, because I really do think that's an important piece of the puzzle. And recently, someone reminded me of that as a really important piece of the puzzle, so I really thank that person for reminding me to continue that kind of process. So here we are. So last night, I scheduled myself for a 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. class. Takes me about 10 minutes to get to the studio, and then 10 minutes back. And I ended up working on my accounting last night, and I desperately needed to log stuff into my QuickBooks. That's what I use for my accounting software for a self-employed person, for all my yoga stuff, and get everything in. So I worked really hard on that, and I also had to mediate an issue with my son, who on occasion has issues transitioning to bedtime, and it causes anxiety. So I went and was helping to mediate that with my husband, and then went back to work. So I didn't get into bed until after 10, and my phone was just about dead, and so I had to charge it up near my head area near my bed, and I don't like to charge it there. I usually like to charge it on the other side of the room, but I was worried I wouldn't be able to get up. I'd have to get up at 4:30 to make the 5:30 class, because I will still shower before class. Let's just be real here. So I was kind of not in a good headspace, and tried to force myself to go to sleep right away, which never works for me, and therefore was up a lot at night. So about 2:30, I canceled myself out of the class, set my alarm back for an hour, and then ended up sleeping until about 6. So, and it's really what I needed for sleep, but I woke up feeling cranky out of sorts. And also super disappointed in myself for not getting up early and getting to that class, because now and I'll talk about this probably, I may talk about it in this sit down, I'm not sure. I scheduled time, like, so I decided the one thing I'm gonna do today that is part of my yoga business is I'm going to practice today. If I get a practice done, I've hit like a huge gold star for the day. Yesterday, my big gold star was as long as I enter something in QuickBooks at gold star. So I got a gold star because I entered like tons and I got a lot done. And I was super on a roll once I got started. Like, it was really great. But today the practice has to happen, and it hasn't happened the way I thought it would. And this evening I had planned to work on another class that I'm building. So I was kind of like, so I've got to practice tonight now. So I have a meeting, and then I work in the day, and then I have to practice. So I'm a little bit offset by that. And so I came back to that notion of meeting your body where it's at, and I thought, why can't I meet myself where I'm at? And part of that is being true to yourself. So when I say in my classes, meet your body where it's at, I mean be true to where your body actually is in space today. On this side might be different than this side. I remind them of that. I remind them, if you can't breathe when you're in a pose, listen to yourself, you know. Your body is telling you it is not there, even if you think you are. That kind of thing. Dial it back. I cue to make sure specifically that their body moves. And then in my life off the mat, I'm not meeting myself where I'm at. Honestly, quite frankly, 5:30 a.m. class is not my ideal time to practice. I do much better when I practice in the evening. Yeah, I've always done better practicing in the evening, or maybe like 9 o'clock is the earliest in the morning. But I will have to tell you, 4:30 waking up to me is like waking up in the middle of the night. The earliest I ever want to wake up is 5 a.m. And I just I don't feel like I'm not gonna get my act together. I'm not gonna go. So it's like, why schedule something that's not inherently in my nature to do and is not my best time? Because honestly, morning is not the best time for my body. I am, especially to do power heated, which is what I signed up for because that's what was available. And so power heated is not gonna work for me. Maybe sweaty mess. I'm probably not gonna be very happy about what's going on. Power heated at night is really good for me. Gentle is good for me in the morning too. So something like a gentle flow or something like that is good for me. And it's not possible for me to do home practice in the morning because I always get interrupted by somebody in my household that needs something, and they take priority over my practice when I'm at home. So here I am. Here I sit, and I'm in a conundrum because I think tonight I'll do a home practice, and even though I wanted to do an in-studio practice, and one of the reasons is because I blocked out in my scheduling time for my family, which is essential. So I'm taking that time to make dinner and hang out with my family before I practice later on in the evening. So there's not a class available at 8 p.m. So I will be practicing at home at 8 p.m. And that's just the way it's gonna go. But meeting myself where I'm at says I don't do well at 5:30 a.m. for a class. So why am I signing myself up to take something that I'm not going to end up doing and going to fail? So what I want to ask you is maybe take out a piece of paper now or after you watch this. You can pause it after I explain the exercise and write down times where you're at your best. So what times of the day are you best at doing stuff? Like AM, is that a really great time for you to write? Or is that a great time for you to do email? Or is that a great time for you to practice yoga? Or is that a great time for you to go running? Actually, early morning is a really good time for me to go running or go for a walk, which I think I'm gonna do tomorrow. I think I'm gonna get up. And here I go again. But that's actually something I was consistently able to do in the past. For some reason with yoga, I'm an evening or late morning yoga person. I'm not really a good afternoon yoga person either because I usually don't go to those afternoon classes as well. It'll be something I sign up for and I'm just like, oh, I'm not doing it. You know, that kind of, I love to teach in the afternoon. I love to teach in the evening. I am good teaching in the morning at like 9, anything earlier than that. And I feel like I'm a little low-key, so it's a little harder for me to teach first thing. But I will if I'm gonna sub in or something like that and or help out in some way. But think about the best times of the day for you, because we all have best times of the day, and we all have times of the day that are more difficult to get certain things done. And then there might be a time of the day where literally this is the time that you rest or relax or recharge or take a nap or whatever you need to do to get through the day. If you're taking a nap, I suggest no longer than like 20 minutes. That kind of thing, because I think what we end up doing a lot of the time is we do work and we do things because they're scheduled, and this is what we've all agreed is a good time, like 9 to 5 work day or something like that. But that may not be your work day. That might not be what works best for you. So finding that time where something works best for you. So evening is a really great time for me to practice. So I think tonight I will practice. I'll either do an online thing or I'll just do my own thing. I'm not sure. I'll probably just do my own thing because I do love to just like free flow sometime. And I will, tomorrow night I'm teaching, and it's a really great time for me to teach too, that like 6:30, like anytime after 5 is a great time for me to teach. But there's a class after I teach, and if I am able to get up there, sometimes I spend an extra few minutes with my students, which that takes priority over my own practice as well. And then I will maybe be able to make the 8 p.m. practice because I'm already there tomorrow night. If not, it doesn't happen, and at least I get my practice in tonight. But I decided to film this because I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that disappoint yourselves because you're building something because you think that's the best thing that's gonna work. And honestly, 5:30 is a good time to practice yoga because it's not like you get it out of the way for the day, because it should be a valuable part of your day. But it's a time where it's a little more quiet, contemplative perhaps, but it's just, for me, not a super great time to hit it hard with a power heated class. And some people, a lot of people want to hit it hard with a power heated class that time in the morning. I can do like a 7:30 and do a heated, but that's about it. That's about like a 7:30 is about the earliest for me. 9 o'clock is ideal, but 7:30 I'm up, so I can manage that. But you know, just kind of think about those types of things, or what best times of the day is it for you to meditate. I meditate every day, but the evening is really tough for me because I get jittery and I can't seem to like calm myself down, and it's hard for me to release the day. So my best time to meditate is the morning, and I do a 5-minute meditation every morning. It's all I can fit in with my busy household, and sometimes it's 3 minutes if I feel like I can hear a lot of activity going on downstairs. And I take this time out and I take the 5-minute meditation every morning, and it sets me, I feel good about it, I can get through the day. And even if I have obstacles in the morning, like getting out of the house or getting out of my own way, I feel like my meditation practice helps to set the day for me. So anyway, I hope this kind of went on longer than I expected, but I hope this helps you as you work within your own schedule. So definitely jot some stuff down on a piece of paper, just chart out the day and figure out what the best times are for you to do the work, the relaxation, the family time, and all the wonderful things you like to do with your day. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Thank you and namaste. Oh, and definitely click the subscribe button. I would love you to be able to get the notification bell clicked off too, so you can get notified when this happens and notified when Yoga Breakdown starts up again. So thank you so much. Also visit me on Instagram. It's at valeriekacian. I'll scroll it down below. I share a lot of stuff on my Instagram as well. So thank you so much. Love you guys so much. Namaste. Have a great week.